So in 2009, I was a producer on The Bachelor, Bachelorette at the time. I'd done 10 seasons. And I met a woman who was gorgeous, funny, cynical. I fell deeply in lust with her. She was a contestant on the show. And I made a series of very selfish, very short-sighted, and very destructive decisions.
Were you trying to keep it quiet?
Yeah, I think, like, I wasn't thinking that far ahead, honestly, but I had a secret plan, I think, that I was gonna make it work beneath the surface of the show, and then she would go far enough but not win, and then we could have this, like, fairy tale romance afterwards.
Right.
But it became clear pretty quickly that wasn't gonna work out that way.
Were you thinking about what could happen?
Not really. I think, like, one of my flaws as a human being is I can think, this is a terrible idea, and then think, let's see how it plays out.
How did the production find out about it?
So when the show started, we had kind of had a relationship in the hotels before the show starts, when they're prepping the show. And then when the show started, we had this intimate relationship in a room full of strangers who didn't know each other. And I have a terrible poker face. So pretty soon people started to suspect things. And then I found out later people saw things. Like they saw us kissing and they saw interactions. And it came to a point where women started to question what was going on and went to other producers to raise concerns. And that's when I realized I was kind of putting everyone's job in jeopardy. Because if 10 women left the show because they felt that she was the handpicked winner, everyone's gonna lose their job. So I didn't want that to happen, so I came forward and just kind of admitted what happened.
You came forward?
Yes.
Because Chris Harrison famously went on air, right, and said that what was going on. Did you know that was gonna happen? I mean, walk us through the steps after you went forward, told what was gonna happen. I mean...
So what happened is I called my boss and I told him I'd been having an inappropriate relationship with her. And then they told me, well, you can't work on the show anymore. And that last conversation, they told me, this can never get out. It would kill the show.
Okay.
After I went home, they made a decision, let's make it part of the show. And so the words that I told my boss were the words that Chris Harrison used when he threw her off the show. Okay. They just made it part of the show instead of trying to fight it.
What was life like for you after that?
So it was a pretty crazy time because again, like once the show ended, I had another secret fantasy plan of, oh, we'll have this like magical romance because we got kicked off the show together and it will work out. Reality, I had different plans because we lived across the country from each other. It wasn't feasible. So it didn't last very long. And then when the show started airing, there was an episode built around the relationship. The show never mentioned my name, but it got out in the tabloids. So I had this 2-week period where I was like tabloid fodder.
They were following you and everything.
Yeah, I had like paparazzi at my house. Yeah. I had guys jumping out from behind cars with cameras. I had Jimmy Kimmel making jokes about pictures of me from MySpace. It was like a 2-week period where I was the center of the story.
When you look back on that, and you're thinking about weathering that storm, and this is the canceled segment, right? Now you think about what Paul is going through. Are there any like tips, any lessons that you've learned that you think should be translated here?
The big thing, and not just for her, but for anyone going through a situation where it feels like the world's against you and it's never gonna end, the truth is we're not alone. Like, we have help. I just went through it on myself. I thought I could handle it on my own. I shut people out. And I only made it through because of the support of my friends and family who loved me, the people who were there for me when I couldn't be there for myself. So if you're going through a situation like this, let people in, lean on people. I guarantee there's people out there ready to help you. You just got to reach out and ask for help.
Do you look back and you look at the thing what's happening with Paul right now, you say, you know what, it's justified. It's justified that I was called out, it was justified I was punished, it was justified I was canceled, but we should be allowed an opportunity to rebuild our image and get a second chance. I mean, especially what's happening with Paul too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, people want clean answers. We want to have heroes and villains, right and wrong. Right. Life is messy, and I don't think any of us wants to be judged on what we did in our worst day. But also, we make mistakes, and we have to be held accountable for them and take ownership of our mistakes and take responsibility.
Right, and some contestants were supposed to be in Taylor, Frankie Paul's season. They came out in support of her. Today was an interesting day because it was reported that she lost custody of her son, who she shares with ex Dakota Mortensen, who was in that video. He had filed an order of protection against her because there was apparently some other incident that happened in February. This is an interesting situation where it goes beyond what happened on a TV show, and now it's in a court.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I just hope the kids are okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's my biggest concern, is that the kids are okay. It sounds like a very messy, unhealthy situation, but now that it's moved from the court of public opinion to the court of law, maybe it's best they handle it there because they probably have more facts than we do sitting here and can actually help people. So I just hope the kids are safe in this situation.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.